So I'm introducing you to our new bougies today, and we have two different sizes. As you can see here at the top, we have an adult size that is a 15 French diameter, and then we have on the bottom a pediatric size, which is a 10 French diameter. Both of them are 70 centimeters long, and as you will also see as I turn them over, the tip of each one, this happens to be the adult, has a coude tip on it, which is slightly angled, and that angle always goes to the end, points to the anterior part of the patient. And as you go through the vocal cords, you should be able to feel the tracheal rings on adults and older children. And then here you can see the same tip on the pediatric. So with positioning the patient, one of the things that's very easy to do, it's important that the best positioning for the patient is the patient's face is on a level plane with the ceiling, and that the tragus of the ear is at the same level as the sternal notch. You can do that by putting a blanket or a couple of towels under the patient's head like I've done here. The other thing is, the next thing is to, we've prepared our equipment. I showed you that just a minute ago. We're going to prepare our tube. It's important to put the tube about halfway, where about equal distance of the equal amounts of the bougie is sticking out from either end, and then go down just a little bit more from that. One of the things that will help you notice you have quite a bit sticking up here, and so as you are introducing the tube and the bougie, that can sometimes get in your way and want to hit you in the face. One of the things you can do to better control the tube is to double the bougie over with the tube like this into your right hand. Then taking our laryngoscope, we're going to progressively look for our structures. We're going to look for the epiglottis, we're going to look for the vallecula, we're going to look for the posterior cartilages, the arytenoid notch, and then finally the glottic opening and the vocal cords. We're going to introduce the bougie into the trachea. Once that's done, we can let this go, and then we can advance our tube down over our bougie into the trachea. And then pull our bougie out. You want to make sure you hold on to your tube as you're doing this. Inflate your cuff. And then using your bag mask, check for lung sounds. Once that's done, we would put our end-tidal CO2 on, connect the bag, and continue on with our patient care. So the bougie works the same way if you're using the Interbright video laryngoscope, and so you want to make sure you have your equipment. So I have my Interbright that is already turned on. I'm going to take my tube, I'm going to preload it. Just as I had shown earlier. I'm going to introduce the blade, and I'm going to look for my landmarks. I'm going to introduce the bougie. Introduce the bougie, slide the tube down, pull the bougie out. Inflate the cuff, secure my tube, attach my bag mask, ventilate through that, checking on sounds. Also, the next thing I would do is to obviously put the entitled CO2 on and then continue ventilating at that point. So another function of the bougie can be to change endotracheal tubes if you need to. We don't often have to do that very much, but it's possible that you may have to do that. So as you have a endotracheal tube here, maybe that the cuff has deflated, the cuff has been cut, the airline has been cut, it's important to make sure that you are, once you unsecure the tube from the securing device, that you hold on to it. You can put your bougie down in there, and then slowly holding the bougie, slowly withdraw your endotracheal tube. Until you can grab the bougie toward the bottom, making sure the bougie does not come dislodged. You're going to discard this tube, and then you're going to get your new tube. Again, still holding onto the bougie. Load your tube onto your bougie. Put it right down back through there, and then pull your bougie out. Reinflate your cuff and ventilate, putting on your entitled CO2, checking that, checking your lung sounds, etc.